Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. Generally, in oil and gas field, they are they are giving more importance to the physical, like a physical illness. They are not considering the other part of the illness, like a psychology or mental well-being of the workers. So that's the reason behind I choose this study. So myself, Jijin. Now, at present, I'm working as an industry psychologist in Kuwait, and also I'm doing the research in Himalayan University. My topic is that investigate the outbreak between shift work and job stress among employees of the oil and gas industry. Worker health and safety should be considered a fundamental organizational policy, if not a right. As a result, the study intended to determine the extent to which job stress, industry, shift work pattern associated with worker health and safety in the oil and gas industry. A total of 100 shift working personnel from the oil and gas business were randomly selected for this cross-sectional research. A major research technique was shift worker survey questionnaire was used. A research-made questionnaire was used to collect data on the employee demographics and working conditions. In addition to Cooper's occupational stress questionnaire was employed to gather stress-related data. Inferential data analysis was performed to using chi-square and one-way ANOVA testing. Introduction is that workplace stress is a sort of stress that originates in the workplace or in the working environment. The idea of work stress refers to the changes that occur as a result of stresses that are prevalent at work over longer length of time. And basically, they are the employees. They are not caring about their mental health. They are only concerned about the physical health, and no one is there to educate them. And basically, the shift employment necessitates the rearranging one's working and sleeping hours. And risk of disorders and diseases in oil and gas industry. Many ailments and diseases, including musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, endocrinological diseases, psychological and emotional problems, a series of psychomatic diseases, infectious diseases, and lastly, cancer have been linked to stress. Impact of shift work on social life of employees. Shift employees has a significant impact on family and social life, leading to psychological stress and psychomatic diseases. In reality, shift workers may have more difficulty balancing work and social obligations because most family and social events follow the general population's day-oriented patterns. Due to this, the complexity of the family, like a big number of age, children, personal responsibilities, and the availability of the community resources, coordinating with the family timetables, and many became challenging. Time pressure or work, family conflicts, parent roles, chronic fatigue, and psychomatic complaints. And materials and methods used for the study. Study is instrument and data collection. Employees, job satisfaction, type of shift work system, sleep time, insomnia, musculoskeletal disorder, sedative drugs, adverse effective of shifts work on their individual lives, adverse effects of shift work on their social lives, and adverse effects of the shift work on their personal lives, as well as gastro-industrial problem, cardiovascular, and mental health problems were all collected using the survey of shift and questionnaire. A personal information form designed by the researcher was used to collect demographic and professional information from participants that might impact sleep quality and work satisfaction of rotating shift employees. And also used the Cooper's questionnaire for measuring stress workplace environment. And data analysis, descriptive statistical methods were used to summarize data. Chi-square was employed in testing the relationship between variables. Research based on a number of demographics and work-related factors, the participants' age range between 24 to 50, with the average age being about 35 years. The majority of the participants were married couples, 64%. Female made up about half of the participants, 56%. The individual's employment experience ranged from 1 to 30 years, with the average being around 52 years. Results of shift working and job satisfaction. The most common symptoms were pains in the legs and knees, 69%, followed by back problems, shoulder aches, and leg and knee pains. Shift work is also linked to a few issues among employees. According to the findings, emotional and mental disorders had the greatest incidence rate, 96.4%, followed by social life and digestive issues. In that order, staff who worked at night or on shifts were more likely to suffer from sleep problems than those who worked on a regular daytime shifts. Effects of occupational stress. According to the statistics in table, females made up 56% of the study populations, while men made up 44%. The male gender had the lowest percentage of low stress persons, whereas their female counterparts had the largest percentages as seen in the table. There was no significant difference in stress levels between the two genders. Effects of occupational stress. The table shows that 36% of research participants were single, whereas 64% were married. Furthermore, there were no significant variations in stress levels based on the marital status. And the study looked into the degree of education among the employees in the studied group. Table shows that 89% of employees had a bachelor's degree and 11% had a master's degree. There were no significant changes in stress levels based on the education degree. Conclusion is that regardless whether they worked in the office, laboratory, or oil field, the majority of oil firm employees in our survey said they were frequently exposed to stress. Over 3/4 of all participants said their job was difficult, although how stressful it was depends on the workplace. Our findings suggest that workers should get additional communication skills, training, as well as take preventive actions to improve workplace health and safety. As a result, comprehensive approach is required, including physiopathology, psychology, sociology, economics, politics, and ethics to deal with the various domains that might affect results and address solutions at their finest. This necessitates the involvement of a variety of stakeholders, including economists, psychologists, sociologists, educators, lawmakers, managers, and employees. So that's all from my end. So now the floor is yours. If you have any question, you can ask now.
Yes, Jijin, it was indeed a good presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And Mr. Jijin is presenting this paper from Kuwait. So he has presented the paper from Kuwait. He is unfortunately stuck in Kuwait. He will come to attend personally. Otherwise, he has planned for that. So thank you, Jijin, for your time and patience.